Have you ever wanted to buy a second-hand bicycle but did not know what to say or do? In this story, you will learn 6 important English words and see exactly how to use them. This is a story about a young woman named Clara. Clara lives in a small city and needs a bicycle to get to work every day. Every morning, Clara takes the bus. The bus is slow and often late. She is tired of waiting at the bus stop in the rain. One evening, Clara opens her laptop and searches online for a second-hand bicycle. Second-hand means the bicycle is not new. Someone else used it before. She finds a website where people sell their old things. She sees many bicycles for sale. Some are cheap, some are expensive. Clara sees a blue bicycle that she likes. The price is $80. The seller's name is Mark. He lives only 2 kilometers away. Clara sends Mark a message. She asks, "Is the bicycle still available?" Mark replies quickly. He says, "Yes, it is. Come and see it any time." The next morning, Clara walks to Mark's house. She is a little nervous. She has never bought a second-hand item from a stranger before. Mark opens his front door and smiles. He leads Clara to his garden. The blue bicycle is standing next to the fence. Clara looks at the bicycle carefully. She wants to check its condition. The word condition means the state of something. Is it good or is it bad? Is it broken or is it working well? Clara walks around the bicycle slowly. She looks at the frame, the wheels, the brakes, and the seat. She wants to know if everything is in good condition. Mark says, "It is in very good condition. I bought it 2 years ago. I used it on weekends, but not every day." Clara nods. She can see that the bicycle looks clean. There are no deep scratches on the frame. The tires are not flat. The color is still bright. But Clara wants to check more. She wants to inspect the bicycle. To inspect something means to look at it very carefully, checking every part. Clara crouches down and looks at the chain. It is not rusty. She squeezes the brakes. They feel firm and strong. She spins both wheels. They turn smoothly. Mark says, "Would you like to take it for a short ride?" Clara says, "Yes, please. That would be very helpful." She gets on the bicycle and rides slowly down the street. The bicycle feels smooth. The gears change easily. She rides back to Mark's house feeling happy. She has inspected the bicycle well. Now comes the part that makes Clara a little nervous. She needs to talk about the price. She wants to negotiate. To negotiate means to talk with someone to reach a price that is fair for both people. Mark's asking price is $80, but Clara thinks $65 is a better price. She is not sure how to begin. Clara takes a breath. She says politely, "The bicycle is lovely. It is in great condition, but I was hoping to pay around $65. Is that possible?" Mark pauses and thinks for a moment. Then he says, "I was hoping for 80, but I can go to 70. How does that sound to you?" Clara thinks for a second. $70 is not 65, but it is less than 80. She feels it is a fair price. She smiles and says, "That sounds good to me." They have both negotiated well. Clara paid less than the asking price. Mark sold his bicycle at a fair amount. They are both happy. Now Clara wants to ask about a receipt. She says, "Could you please give me a receipt?" Mark looks a little surprised. He asks, "Why do you need a receipt?" Clara explains. She says, "A receipt is a written record of our sale. It shows what I bought, how much I paid, and the date. It is proof of our transaction." Mark understands. He says, "Of course, that makes sense. I can write one for you now." He goes inside and comes back with a piece of paper and a pen. Mark writes on the paper, "Sold 1 blue bicycle to Clara. Price, $70. Date, today." He signs his name at the bottom and gives it to Clara. Clara reads the receipt carefully. She folds it and puts it in her bag. A receipt is important. If there is a problem later, she has written proof of the purchase. Then Clara has another question. She asks, "Does the bicycle come with a warranty?" Mark frowns a little. He is not sure what she means. Clara explains. She says, "A warranty is a promise from a seller. It says that if something breaks or stops working within a certain time, the seller will fix it or give you your money back." Mark nods slowly. He says, "Well, it is a second-hand bicycle, so there is no official warranty. But if something breaks in the next 2 weeks, I promise to help you fix it." Clara is happy with this. It is not a written warranty, but it is a kind promise. She feels that Mark is an honest seller. She feels comfortable with the deal. Clara opens her wallet and counts out $70. She hands the money to Mark. Mark counts it and says, "Thank you very much." Mark also gives Clara the bicycle lock and a small pump. He says, "These come with the bicycle. You can have them for free." Clara is very pleased. Getting the lock and the pump for free is a real bargain. A bargain is when you get something good at a very low price, or when you get more than you expected for your money. She got a bicycle in good condition, a receipt, a promise from the seller, and 2 free extras, all for $70. That is definitely a bargain. Clara says goodbye to Mark and wheels the bicycle out to the street. She puts on her helmet and starts to ride. She feels free and happy. That afternoon, Clara rides her new bicycle to work for the first time. She arrives 5 minutes early. She parks the bicycle outside and locks it carefully. Her colleague Tom sees her and says, "Is that a new bicycle?" Clara laughs and says, "Not exactly. It is secondhand, but it is in very good condition." Tom is curious. He asks, "How did you buy it? I want to get a secondhand bicycle too, but I do not know how." Clara smiles. She is happy to explain. Clara tells Tom everything. She says, "First, find a bicycle online, then arrange to see it. When you go, always inspect it carefully. Look at every part. Take it for a test ride if you can." Clara continues. She says, "Then, do not just pay the asking price. Try to negotiate. Be polite, but ask if the seller can reduce the price a little. Most sellers will say yes." She says, "Always ask for a receipt. It is your proof of the purchase. And ask about a warranty. Even a simple promise from the seller can protect you." Tom listens carefully. He says, "That is really useful advice. I will try it this weekend." Clara says, "Good luck. I hope you find a great bargain too." That evening, Clara rides home in the warm light. She is not on the slow bus. She is riding her own bicycle. She feels very satisfied. She thinks about the day. She spoke confidently. She asked the right questions. She got a great deal. And she learned that buying secondhand is not so difficult after all. Now let us review the 6 key vocabulary words from today's story. You heard each word used naturally in context. Let us go through them one more time together. Number 1, condition. Condition means the state that something is in. For example, the bicycle was in very good condition. It had no damage. Number 2, inspect. To inspect means to look at something very carefully to check every part. For example, Clara inspected the brakes and the wheels. Number 3, negotiate. To negotiate means to talk with someone to agree on a fair price. For example, Clara negotiated the price from $80 down to $70. Number 4, receipt. A receipt is a written record of something you bought. It shows the item, the price, and the date. For example, Mark wrote a receipt for Clara. Number 5. Warranty. A warranty is a promise that something will work, or it will be repaired or replaced. For example, Mark offered an informal 2-week warranty. Number 6. Bargain. A bargain is when you get something at a very good price, or get more than you expected for your money. For example, Clara got a bicycle, a lock, and a pump for only $70. What a bargain! Well done for listening all the way to the end. You have learned 6 useful English words today, and you saw them all used in a real-life situation. That is the best way to remember new vocabulary. If this video helped you, please click the like button and subscribe to Fluent Story English. New stories come out every week, and every story teaches you useful English in a calm and natural way. Thank you so much for watching. Keep listening, keep learning, and we will see you in the next story. Goodbye for now.